this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, free clear.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Tuesday.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check 25. Check 56. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Let's go, boys.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Ryan. Jones has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
25.
56. Let's go, defense. Let's go. 11. Here we go. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's the 2nd year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready. 25. I got you. Check.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. The punter lockout there now as he sends it away. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
65, 45.
Now Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Breeze looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
He had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
5-8, 5-8. 54, Mike, 54.
Defense wins championships, baby. A little flair.
Kill. 11. Hey, seam 6. Ready, tackle.
To throw, it's Breeze. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas Touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now, as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Gurley again here on first down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 41, Ryan, and he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Marcus Davenport, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Everson Griffin, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Ryan. And he's going to go down again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jeff Locke now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is taken at the 15. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Check. 5-9. Check. We go 21. Exit.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And that's complete to Sanders. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Yellow lady. Hey, come on.
Now Breeze again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 42 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, let go.
56. Mike, 56. Let's go one more. Watch the eye.
Wait.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56 right there.
Throwing again. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Here's Ryan. He completes it to Treadwell. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Hey, wahoo!
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Breeze now. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Hey, Tuesday.
Play action, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready? You ready?
45. Hey.
Over.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Breeze to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here we go with Kamara. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
13.
Breeze going to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tyler Davison able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Ready.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey, switch gears.
5-9. Smooth.
54,
Now Breeze. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. 95, 56.
54. I'm scared.
You're good. High 4. Ready. 5-8. Clock.
Throwing now is Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a draw play for Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Again, it's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Falcons grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense.
It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Everson Griffin, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and long. Ryan, and that one's complete to Gurley. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Again, Ryan. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Falcons grab it. And some room to work. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.